everybody.
Hey guys.
And welcome back to Tandem Fandom. I'm Courtney.
I'm Nick.
And today we are going over the phenomenal culmination of the greatness that was the first Cruiserweight Classic.
Absolutely. We said it multiple times throughout our reviews of the whole series. We've said it on Hot Tag, we've said it here, we've said it there, we've said it everywhere. It was the best thing in professional wrestling today, and I absolutely do not want to talk about it.
So we'll see you next week. He's a little sour.
You know, let me tell you something. Not only is it over, so I don't get this amazingness in my life every single week, but really? We couldn't have gotten Zack, Sabre Jr. and Kota Ibushi in the final? That couldn't happen? We didn't...
Are you done?
I'm done. I'm done.
So starting off, of course we had the final two matches, Gran Metalik versus Zack Sabre Jr. and Kota Ibushi versus TJ Perkins. As amazing as you would expect them to be. You know,
and of course I'm kidding. The best part of the Cruiserweight Classic...
Everybody's got their favorites. Yeah. I was torn up when Gargano tapped that knee bar.
Yeah, that was sad. But of course I am kidding. You know, the best part about the Cruiserweight Classic is the unpredictability. You know, not knowing. Like, because of course, you looked at the... I think we talked about it at the beginning of the tournament. You're like, Zack Sabre, Kota Ibushi, there's your final match.
Right.
They got close, but neither guy got there, and I think that kind of makes it amazing and great.
Yeah,
you know?
it just goes along with what they're doing in WWE now. Like, everything that you're expecting from what we've had over the past 5 years, they're literally going against. Like with Finn, with AJ, both getting belts, and like they really are changing.
And it's cool to see.
For the better.
You know, it's so cool to see. And Gran Metalik, you know, he's somebody that I actually felt was kind of a dark horse, you know.
Yeah.
He doesn't speak English, so it's not like he can get in and cut a promo and do this and that and the other, you know, so... That was something that I felt really limited him.
Especially when the translator doesn't get to translate for him, only for the interviewer, so we don't know what the hell he said.
Yeah, it was really odd. I was like, I mean, if you're going to go to the trouble of having a translator, maybe...
Like, maybe we should be told what he's saying to us?
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't speak Spanish.
No say.
Yeah. But, of course, let's talk about the match. You know, Zack and Gran Metalik represented what I felt was a really interesting mix of styles. Yeah. You know, you had the lucha style versus the very technical style. But I thought it worked really, really well, you know?
Yeah.
And we got to see Gran Metalik doing some different things that he hadn't quite done, which we did talk about, like, would we see guys start breaking out different maneuvers and moves and things of that nature, and they did.
They really did. They really did. Every match for all four of these guys have been different throughout the entire tournament. Like, they've learned and evolved and just bringing out the big guns, and man, it's just so good.
It was so good. You know, to see Gran Metalik win was awesome. You know,
that was wow, like my head exploded. That was amazing.
I was incredibly upset because, you know, I am a huge, well-documented, huge Zack Sabre fan, but, you know, Gran Metalik, he definitely deserved it. I think he's someone who's exciting. He's because he's a luchador, but he's a little bit of a different type of luchador. You know, he's not like the Rey Mysterio type. You know, he's a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
you know.
I feel like he's a little bigger and he's a little heavy hitting, a little more heavy hitting, but also a little more dynamic.
His moves are I was gonna say his moves are a little bit different than what you see a lot of luchadors do. I mean, you know, a lot of guys kind of tend to do some of the same, like, that's the lucha style, which he follows that, but his style is just, it's a little different, you know, and it's enjoyable. I liked it a lot, so, you know, kudos to him for picking up the victory. That was a really cool thing to see.
Yes.
I guess that does mean Zack Sabre Jr. has not signed a deal with WWE of sorts.
Okay, we don't know.
We don't know, but we could simply assume. You know, the next match, Kota Ibushi versus TJ Perkins. You know, I feel like TJ Perkins, he has represented something that we've talked about that has been so enjoyable about this tournament, which is getting to know the guy, getting to know the person. You know, they talked about his struggles with being homeless. They talked about, like, how long he's been in the business, the things he's done, and you know, of course, Kota Ibushi, the Golden Star, you know, he's just so great.
He's adorable, too.
But, you know, this was a great match, and I feel like they kind of had us fooled the whole time through this tournament.
Yeah.
Because if you look at what TJ Perkins has done, if you look at his style, he can fly, he's technical, he has hard strikes, he has submissions. He is the modern day example of of what a cruiserweight should be, because he's literally doing it all.
Yeah.
There are some guys that are like, they're there, but they're missing an aspect.
Right.
TJ represents...
That's true.
Everything.
He was the most well-rounded.
Yeah. This was one of my favorite matches from the tournament, just because of the hard-hitting and the dynamic, going back and forth, and, you know, Ibushi kind of getting out of the knee bar a couple times, you know, hitting the power bomb, missing with the Phoenix Splash, excuse me. It was great. It was absolutely great.
It was great. It was a... I can't help but keep saying slobber knocker, but it was a slobber knocker. They beat the crap out of each other. Go look at the pictures of TJ after this match. His chest is this color. Like, somebody just took a cat of nine tails to his chest or something.
And, you know, I feel like that's something that you don't really see a lot in WWE, but I feel like the fact that he did have 2 matches and he just got, you know, the crap beat out of him.
Chopped and kicked and... Oof.
Yeah, it was great. You know, of course, TJ locking in that knee bar that I believe he won every single match with it. So, you know, they put the move over. They made it look really good, look really strong. And the crowd was not happy when he beat Ibushi. They were not happy. There were some boos and stuff like that. And it's like, I wasn't happy because, of course, I wanted to see Ibushi and Sabre in the finals. But, again, as much as I like to see guys I like face each other, I like to be surprised way more, you know, and not know, and not be like, oh yeah, I saw this coming, look how smart I am, I read dirt sheets, you know, I don't like to be that guy. I like to be you know, go back to being 5 years old, watching wrestling and just being like, wow, just enjoying it for the sake of what it is, you know.
Getting that good gasp.
Yeah, I don't like to know everything that's going to happen. I like to be surprised.
And speaking of surprises, that was a nice little tag team match while TJ Perkins and Gran Metalik were preparing for their final match.
Yeah, this was a really cool little extra thing because I didn't think we were going to get it. But, of course, it was Noam Dar and Cedric Alexander teaming against Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. What a match!
What a match! Dar and Cedric actually worked really well together.
Yeah, I mean, they had a surprisingly good chemistry. Like, surprisingly good. I was like, okay. Like, all right. I mean, again, I think Cedric can do just about anything at this point. I mean, he's so incredibly talented. And, there was something that was said, you know, because people were talking about, like, Kota Ibushi and his match and how good that was. Cedric was recently on Colt Cabana's podcast, and Colt said he spoke with Cedric about that match, and Cedric was like, I know everybody is saying, like, how great that match was, and it, you know, I appreciate that, and it was great, it was awesome to work with Ibushi, but I just kind of did what I always do. And I realized, like, he did. I've seen him he did his normal stuff. Like, that's what he always does. So he is just that great.
Just that damn good.
And then you put another spectacular, you know, competitor in there like Ibushi, and it's like, well, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get gold. So, you know, of course NXT's not seen that because they haven't been going to PWX, the Premier Wrestling Experience in Charlotte, North Carolina.
And surrounding areas.
But, you know, so it was cool. And Dar, I love Dar. I love just the weirdness.
He's so weird.
And Gargano and Ciampa, why do I get the feeling that they're bubbling up to a split? Like,
no, don't do that. Don't say that. You terrible person. No.
I feel like it's going to happen.
They just glorious bombed, like, the wedding and stuff. They did fun stuff together. They're friends. which means they would
for now
have a really good rivalry. Damn it.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think if they beat the Revival, okay, yeah, it's not going to happen. I think if they lose to Revival, Ciampa's coming for Johnny Boy. He's going to beat him down. He'd be like, I would be champion if it wasn't for you.
Oh, he'd be champion. He would have won the CWC. He would have, no, it's going to be so good.
No! So speaking of so good, the finals, TJP against Gran Metalik. Wow, this was spectacular. This was so great.
Triple H coming out before the match starts to present the belt. After the bell rang.
Yeah, I'm like,
really? Trips.
Although that crowd and us went insane for that. We're like, what is he gonna pedigree them both and take the trophy and be like, I am the greatest cruiserweight in the world. I am that damn good.
Like Triple H, I'm pretty sure you're over 200 pounds.
Or he like kicks Gran Metalik, pedigrees him, looks at TJ, and he's like, bit him. I kind of would have been okay with that too.
That would have been neat.
But no, it was cool. Of course, Triple H comes out to reveal not only
championship belt
will we have the winner of the Cruiserweight Classic, but we will have the Cruiserweight Champion, the King of the Mountain.
Yes.
Sweet freaking looking belt, though.
I love the purple and silver.
Although, purple and silver, does that imply that it would appear on two brands?
Purple, red and blue.
Yep. I mean, granted, they did use purple the entire thing, and they've been pretty straightforward about, like, Raw's the home to the cruiserweights, blah, blah, blah. Although I'm waiting for SmackDown to be like, well, yeah, we got the light heavyweights. Our guys are better than your guys. And then you could have... I personally would have cruiserweights on both shows.
Cross-promotion tournaments.
I would. I think... but I love...
There's so many to choose from.
There's so many to choose from. But let's talk about the match. Wow. You know... Like I said, you look at TJ and you look at the things that he's done in the match, and it's like he was working the lucha style right along with Gran Metalik. Then he switches it up and just back and forth and the hard hitting and just whew.
I don't know how Mauro and Daniel have voices.
Yeah, that's a valid concern.
With as many times as we're screaming at the TV, they're screaming at the TV like 5 times. Well, at the TV, inside the TV. Like 5 times more than us, and I don't know if they have like the opera singer like voice sprays or what, but
something. I mean,
like Daniel getting all emotional because it was the end of the tournament.
That I loved. I think that was my favorite part because I was like, this is just beautiful, man.
If I have to see that man's eyes tear up one more time in my life,
just a couple of grown men
I'm just never
crying about wrestling.
wrestling.
No, it was so cool and so powerful of a moment because that's, you know, and that just shows his love for the business, and it shows like you kind of questions that you like. I wish I was in it too.
Right.
I want to wrestle all these guys. You know, TJ. And Gran Metalik, I think, are... Nobody would have predicted those two to make it, so for them to make it was excellent. And, again, TJ represents a blunder on the behalf of TNA. TNA doesn't leave TJ. He maybe never finds himself in this position, you know, but former X Division champion, now Cruiserweight champion in WWE. So it's so weird because, like, you see AJ Styles as a world champion now, you see TJ Perkins as a champion now, Samoa Joe's been NXT champion. All these guys were champions in TNA, so clearly they have it. They have something that made you say, yeah, they can carry a brand. Why the hell would you have let these guys go?
Because Billy wasn't there?
I guess. I don't know. It's weird. And I know because some people will be like, well, hey, jackass, you know, WWE's let guys go and they've been champion. Yes, but that's a little bit... I feel like it's a little bit different. I feel like...
TNA is struggling now. We can't deny that. And we're seeing all of these guys that they've let go in the past be more than they ever were with TNA.
Yeah,
so was it TNA was literally making bad choices with these guys and then letting them go without realizing their full potentials.
I think that's part of it. I think that, they looked at a guy and they could say, like, yeah, there's talent there, or that guy has something, we're going to develop him, we're going to push him to a point, and then maybe it was they didn't meet an expectation of, like, well, this guy should make us the hottest show in wrestling. Like,
yeah.
I get that. I don't know. I don't know, because, it's like, you look at TJ and Regal talked about, what does the day's modern cruiserweight look like? And when he described it, I was like, TJ is going to win. Because TJ literally has everything that Regal just described. Yep. Submissions, high flying, technicality, hard strikes, like, and I'm like, he's a star. He can talk. He cut that, great impassioned promo about, like, it was more, the trophy was more than him. It was 32 men. It was all of us.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, and, just talking about, like, he carried the key of the last place that he lived before
that he got evicted out.
As a reminder, and just, I don't need that anymore. And I'm like, oh, man, it's beautiful, man. Like, so, and look, we're not trying to beat TNA up. We're just simply pointing out, like, maybe these were guys you could have helped elevate your brand more. Maybe you could have really sunk into these guys, because look, they went elsewhere and they're stars still, and you let them walk. Yeah. Yeah. So try not to beat them up too much, but
you got to watch that turnover.
Yeah. And to be fair, they just experienced so many different people calling the shots, so many different people in charge. So it's like 1 minute, like, you're going to be my champion, you're the star, you're the greatest, I'm fired now, new guy. Who the hell are you? I'm pushing this guy.
Right.
Which is really kind of what happened most of the time. But CWC was so great. I hope we get to see it return. I would love it next year. We've talked about that in the past. Or just some sort of other tournament. I know that there are talks of doing a women's tournament. Getting the ladies, which as
call Ariel Monroe. Somebody call Ariel.
Well, I was gonna say,
and Sue Young, and
I was gonna say, we just recently went to a Queens of Combat show, and I gotta say, there are talented women out there that would be great.
That was just one show. There are so many out there.
Yeah, so exciting. I'm so upset that this is over now. I'm probably going to go back and watch the whole damn thing again, just because I need it in my life. I need that.
Binge watch some CWC.
So good, so good. Of course, we get to watch a lot of these guys on Raw and NXT television in the future, which is going to be great.
Because a lot of the guys from the tournament have been signed.
Yep, and I think we're going to see more of these guys coming into NXT, being utilized in that capacity. Hell, SmackDown. Just sign a few of these guys. Yeah, they were in the Cruiserweight Classic, but they're still wrestlers. They can be on SmackDown.
Anyway. Yeah. I'm excited to see them being more than fodder for Hideo.
Yeah, that's been a little weird. I was like, what the hell's going on? Why is he killing all these Cruiserweight guys? Anyway. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think in the comments below. What was the top match of the tournament for you? And what Cruiserweights would you like to see if they did another one? My number one that I need to see, Marty Scurll. It's not necessarily a cruiserweight, I guess, but hell, some of these other guys.
He might be a cruiserweight.
That's what I want. I want the villain in the tournament. The villain. Of course, Ospreay, Ricochet, great, but the villain! Give me the villain. Chicken wing. If you enjoyed the video, give us that thumbs up, and if you really enjoy it, hit that subscribe button at the end of the video.
That's right. Also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to keep up with whatever else we're doing. What's coming up?
You usually say like crazy antics, so I had to do the crazy antics. As we always say here on Tandem Fandom, if you're gonna be a fan,
bring a friend.